Hello there. I'm going to just give you a brief Module 3 introduction overview so you can see what we're doing for this week. We've looked at some from formative assessment tools from Google Apps for Education framework, but now we're going to extend beyond that. We're going to talk about some free and freemium tools. Some of those freemium tools, they are nice to an extent, but obviously the cost structure, they do have to provide for their families as well, so they do cost money, and I think that's important to note. But regardless, you can try some of those tools and just note that there will be some limitations. I did try and find some that were more K-5 as well. I know that's a tough age group to get into and support at times. I will let you know though, Module 4, when we actually talk about apps and low-tech options, those really do lend themselves better to K-5 students. This week, though, we're going to explore more tech tools. We're going to complete another portion of our final project, and we're going to participate in a discussion about doing your homework before adopting any technology in the classroom. You see the structure here as far as what this looks like. Again, you'll have your resources, tutorials to review. I'll try to keep them as short as possible. I will talk fast. I will try and get through them as quickly as I can. Our forum, hopefully it works. I'm going to go to a different format now. Just each of you adding a new discussion topic. Hopefully that'll work. But basically the question is, what questions do we ask when we adopt tech tools in our classrooms? All of you are in different positions at your districts. You have different administrative or non-administrative roles. And really the big question is, are we going beyond the idea that we're just integrating tech for the sake of tech? There are so many great tools out there. How can we harness those tools and use them effectively to support this idea of formative assessment? And, a part of that analysis is really the questions that we ask and the forward thinking and really the critical thinking that we use to make sure that we aren't just using tech for the sake of tech. So I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on this. I want to know what questions should be asked and answered before tech tools are adopted in the classroom. Maybe you can share personal experiences. It doesn't, it's pretty open-ended. I'm just kind of curious if we can come up with some ideas to make sure that we're doing things purposefully as we move forward. Remember, your initial post is due Thursday by 11:55 p.m. and then your reply posts are due by Sunday by 11:55 p.m. Hopefully that goes well for you. Just going through the other things here on the side. Excuse me. I do have quite a few tutorials of the actual tools that I shared in this module. I will just do a brief overview of how you might use them instructionally, but then, as far as doing the technical start to finish, how do I use the tools, they are all very intuitive, but I think mostly when your exploration, if you need these as an overview, just to get you started, I provided those here. We also have an assignment for our final project. You will submit your research reviews here, just like the other two modules. And then our activity for signing up for or exploring formative assessment tools. I said using video. A lot of these will use video, but it's not limited to that, so I'm actually going to update that. But what I've added here is a Google Drawing. So I've embedded a Google Drawing here, and I want you to share your thoughts. Maybe Google Drawing isn't a very good formative assessment tool, but I think it does have some value in terms of doing like visual note-taking, sketchnoting, if you will. But I want to hear your thoughts on and use some of the Google Drawing tools. I want to hear your thoughts on which, excuse me, which formative assessment tools from this module were your favorite and why. So give some reasons why. And you can be creative. I wasn't very creative here, but I could be more creative and use several thought bubbles or whatever and build up my understanding of the different tools using visual note-taking. If you need a basics of visual note-taking, I do have a link. So you click on the link and you'll go to the Google Drawing. You can actually click on this link and go to the YouTube video. on the basics of visual note-taking. So that is your assignment after you explore the formative assessment tools. And I believe that is it for this brief overview. Let me just double check here. Yep, I believe that is it. So have a great module.